our young people and the police department that protects them, that protects us. Thank you to Dick's Sporting Goods Foundation and the local initiative Sports Corporation's Game on Community Place to Play, which awards grants to nonprofit community organizations throughout the city. These grants help with renovation of projects of indoor and outdoor athletic spaces that serve young athletes in the neighborhood that need it. Programs like Saturday Night Lights are an important part of the Adams administration youth agenda as we relentlessly focus on public safety. I want to thank our Mayor, Eric Adams, for putting our young people and public safety at the forefront of our priority, and for that, he deserves an applause. Another big thanks to our Commissioner of the Department of Youth and Community Development, one of my favorite colleagues until the others, Commissioner Keith Howard, who is off tonight. I also want to thank our New York City Police Department Commissioner, Jessica Tisch, New York City Parks Commissioner, Sue Donahue, New York City Public School Chancellor, Melissa Aviles Ramos. I want to thank them for their dedication and commitment to this administration. We have a very exciting program tonight, a program that speaks about all the great work that takes to build spaces like this one. And we have many VIPs in the room. But before we go through the program, I want to introduce our VIP, my boss, the 110th Mayor of the City of New York, Mayor Eric Adams.
Thanks so much, and just really want to thank Deputy Mayor of Public Safety Chauncey Parker that personifies the energy that we believe, the upstream mindset. And, you know, when we talk about public safety, is not only what our police officers are doing every day, is how do we prevent crime? And you prevent it by giving opportunities to young people, because if they have a baseball bat in their hand and a glove in their hand, they won't have a 9mm in their hand. They wouldn't do things that are destructive. And we cannot do it alone. You can't say baseball in Washington Heights without saying Congressman Espaillat. You know, he has been just a real partner and showing the connection and fighting on behalf of this community for so many years in Washington, D.C. I just often think about when he came to the country, not understanding English, sitting inside the classroom, making sure that he could make his family proud, and now becoming the first congressperson of Dominican descent in this country. It just says a lot about the determination and commitment. And we thank you for joining us here today at this significant moment, as well as my good friend and the first Dominican to be the commissioner of the largest Department of Transportation in the country, Assembly Commissioner Rodriguez, and for what he represents. And we can't do this without a fighter in Albany, and what she has done for us, Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar, from fighting to close illegal cannabis shops to dealing with the illegal activities in our streets, just a real fighter. So it's a complete team. I'm not going to go through the whole 9 that carries out the diamond of our baseball team, but we've been able to bring home victories because we've come together. And this is a beautiful space for our young people in Washington Heights. And to all the volunteers that are here, you know, you cannot realize what you're doing. And you come out, you give it all. You're not doing it for the money. You're not doing it because there's some article or book that's going to be written by you. But, you know, you're the field of dreams. And, you know, every time we move around the city, Chauncey, and we see those who volunteer, it just means a lot to us. We cannot get this done without you guys. And, you know, you have your own families, but you come out and you give back to these young people. It means a lot to us. And right here, you think about it, it was hard for me to believe that this is around the corner was the former site of Hilltop Park, the original home of the New York Yankees, the New York Highlanders, what they were called at the time. And, you know, you don't even realize when you're teaching someone how to throw, how to catch, the significance of just teaching them how to be a team member. We don't even know what happens next and what they're going to become. For me, it was the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army was there for my family. They gave us so much around holidays. They used to just take us out and make us not feel that we were denied. And little did that person or individuals or volunteers at the Salvation Army realize they were planting the seeds in me that will allow me to become the mayor of the most important city on the globe that we call New York. So, and that's what all of us are doing today. Some of these young people are going to go into professional sports. But even if they don't, they may become a coach that's going to remember. I still remember every quote my coach gave me about never giving up, never surrender. So what if you strike out? You have another time at bat. Even if you lose in the season, there's another season coming after. There's so much you learn from this. And these young people are going to learn so much from you when they're on the field and learning here in this beautiful space. This is one of the largest free spaces. We had to pay every time we went to a batting location to learn our skills. This is a free space for the young people here in Washington Heights, and they're going to reach new heights because of what we have here. And so I just want to say thank you to all who are participating and using the forfeiture dollars, drugs forfeiture dollars, drugs that have hurt our community. We're able to use these dollars to do something that's going to help the community. This mindset of not waiting and having law enforcement be this proactive response, this reactive response, but a proactive response. This is a great, great initiative, and to all those who are part of this, particularly PAL, Police Athletic League, you are going to encourage these young people not to have these negative stereotypes of what law enforcement is about. Many of them are going to become police officers because of this. Many of them are going to go into law enforcement. Many of them are going to see that there's a real synergy and relationship between our police officers and our young people in this city. So this is a real win. This is a great win for us, a great space, a great opportunity for us to expand. Washington Heights is the first location. Hopefully we can do it in all the boroughs and throughout this city, because this is how you create safety in the city of New York in a proactive way. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Well, let's give the mayor a big round of applause for all the work he has done and continue to do for our young people. And I can't help but to ask this question in Spanish. ¿Cuántos dominicanos hay en ese? Todo, ¿verdad? Más 20 dominicanos. No, es un orgullo grandísimo estar aquí. ¿Cómo fue? ¿Cuándo fue? Hasta la tambora. Los dominicanos hasta la tambora. Being Dominican all the way to the drumsticks. Now, I have the pleasure of introducing someone who is a great partner in the work that we do together in City Hall. Someone who, whenever I dial his number, he says, and he answers, Ana, whatever the question is, the answer is yes. It's usually a question of, this is what we like to do together. This is what I would like for us to do together with all the agencies that we partner with. And to that, I will give the mic to my dear colleague, DM Chauncey Parker. I remember.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. You know, Steve Jobs, the inventor of the iPhone and the Apple computer, once said, just remember that every great idea in the history of the world, every great idea started with a blank sheet of paper and a dream. And the story of the Saturday Night Lights is one of those stories of something that started with a blank sheet of paper and a dream. And that was a police officer who came at the time to the Manhattan DA's office several years ago and said, why is every gym in Harlem, in Washington Heights, why is every single gym closed on Saturday night for kids who live in the community? And with the Manhattan DA's office and the police department, as the mayor said, taking asset forfeiture, they were able to open up one gym And that was the PAL on 119th Street and Manhattan Avenue with a great partnership with the PAL. And that was the first gym. And thanks to Mayor Adams, that one gym has become 136 gyms across New York City. And that's 136 gyms year-round. Baseball, basketball, soccer, volleyball, every sport that a kid could imagine is open and always open for free every single Saturday night. It's literally 136 points of light across New York City for our children. The second great idea, or what started with a great idea, was the idea of this PAL baseball center. And that started also with a blank sheet of paper and a dream. And that dream was Carlos Velasquez, the head of PAL. And he came to the mayor's team and he said, I have this idea, maybe a crazy idea, but I have this idea that there's no baseball center in Washington Heights for children. I have this idea that we should take the PAL basketball court at the Armory. I think we can turn that into a baseball center. We talked to the mayor, talked to the team, came and figured out a way to get the research. But I said, Carlos, you sure that there are young people in Washington Heights who want to play baseball? And if you, as the mayor said, like the Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come, and you see all around us. But that is how the PAL Baseball Center started, and it was building this partnership. And now, and the dream is to have a major league quality. This is major league. Every single thing you're going to see with the netting, with the padding, with the batting machines. Major league quality baseball center. The Yankees will play here. The Mets will play here. Major league quality. Major league quality coach, Eladio Rodriguez, who comes from professional baseball, is to make sure we give you this program under the Deputy Mayor's leadership, Commissioner Howard's leadership, and all the partners from the different agencies. Let's give the very, very best to the children of Washington Heights. Major league quality baseball center, major league quality coach, and that's what we've delivered. I remember when we first went here, and it was not, the renovation hadn't been completed, but the batting cages were in place, and it was Carlos and Eladio, and there were some of the young people, and they were looking at the new batting center, which we'll unveil in a second. And one of the young people said, "Is this for us?" And the answer from the mayor, from the mayor's team, is absolutely. The answer is yes. This is for you, for the young people in Washington Heights, the young people in New York City, is to provide you free, exceptional sports programs every single Saturday night, year-round. And one of the great next steps for this program is that the deputy mayor, the mayor, are launching also a brand new Saturday Night Lights website, so that young people across the city can easily find one of those 137 locations. And that is at nyc.gov/Saturday Night Lights, nyc.gov/Saturday Night Lights. And that will lead you and lead young people, parents, children, that will lead you to one of the 136 locations and all the other great resources of DYCD citywide. So thank you very much.
And thank you to our Deputy Mayor for Public Safety, Chauncey Parker. Now I'll bring to the podium someone who has dedicated his entire life to make sure that our young people in our police department build strong, lasting, positive relationships. He is family from Puerto Rico, born and raised in Harlem, if I remember correctly, right around the corner, but someone who understands the connection between building community and building connection through sports. And that is the director of the Police Athletic League. How are you? You good? Carlos Velasquez, sorry.
Thank you. Want to welcome everyone to the PAL Baseball Center. It's been a long time coming. I'm very excited about having everyone here today. 110 years ago, the police commissioner had this idea that if you close down a small street on the Lower East Side and you put kids there and you put police officers and you gave them a safe space, those kids would thrive. Those kids would be safe, but they would be better for New York City. 110 years later, PAL is doing the same thing, creating safe spaces for young people across New York City. Across 26 locations, we serve 12,000 young people where we create safe spaces for them to thrive, spaces for them to be mentored, spaces for them to connect with caring adults. This is the model of what our city needs, an investment in our young people and an investment in our community. We are so thankful for the mayor, for his team, DYCD, for NYPD, and everyone who's made this possible, but we're also very thankful for the young people that are here today. Without you, there's none of this, and without your investment, showing up, staying positive, engaging, being enthusiastic, bringing your friends, this doesn't matter. Right? You are the future leaders of this city. Our time, unfortunately, will come to an end at one point, but your time is just starting. And your time starts now, and it starts in facilities like this. So again, 110 years the PAL has been serving our communities and will serve for 110 more years. We need your help. We need everyone in this room's help. We need your investment, and we need our young people to know this space is for you, and we'll continue creating safe spaces across the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. And now I have the pleasure to bring to the podium the reason why we're all here today, the reason why we build spaces like this, the reason why my favorite colleague, Commissioner Howard, spent endless hours in the office developing programs to engage our youth. He is a young man in 7th grade at Wagner Middle School. He plays in inner field, so he's a shortstop. He's a great at bat because he always gets on base. It's not about how many home runs he hits, but it's about making sure that he makes contact, as he described it, with that ball and gets on base. He loves the sport. His father brought him to a game, and that excited him about baseball. He says that his favorite player doesn't play for New York, play for someone else, but he was inspired because his coach gave him a glove that was used by this very famous player. It is my pleasure to introduce this very young man with a bright, bright future, Emmett Ulloa.
Hi, everyone. My name is Emmett Ulloa. I'm 12 years old, born in New York City, and I live on the Upper East Side. My dad's family is from right here in Washington Heights, where he grew up. My dad is Dominican, and I feel like that's where I got my passion for baseball. My mom, well, she's still learning. First, I'd like to say a few thank yous. Thank you, Mr. Adams, for being here today. And thank you, PAL and NYPD, for creating the first baseball facility in Washington Heights. And thank you to DYCD and Mayor Adams for supporting free and fun programs like this one, giving kids like me a chance to play baseball. And most importantly, thank you, Mom and Dad. I definitely would not be here without your unwavering support. And my brother. Every Saturday night, we come here to Saturday Night Lights and play baseball. All of us kids get free training in a safe space where we can work hard, improve, and have fun. We build our strength with workouts that help us play better. We work on our skills with the best coaches and spend times with friends, old and new. My baseball friends are the best friends I've ever had. I looked forward to Saturday Night Lights every single weekend. For me, SNL is 3 hours of hard work training and to get me better to the game I love. I think about baseball all the time, and I dream of one day becoming a professional baseball player. Baseball has truly changed my life and shaped me into the player I am today. With the help and support of Eladio Rodriguez, Jose Cuevas, and Pedro Lopez, and the entire Sluggers coaching staff, I've grown to the player I am today, and I know that they'll push me and improve and grow. Baseball isn't just something I play, it's who I am. Thank you.
Well done, Emmett. He has it all. He already has the necklace to be a Dominican baseball player and put it to the side, right? We know those players. Now I would like to welcome a son of Washington Heights, a Dominican who makes us proud in Washington, D.C., someone who has dedicated his life, his public life, to serving our community, and now in Washington Heights and the Bronx, the first Dominican congressperson in the history of this country. Yeah, we can clap for that. It is, yes. It is my pleasure to introduce the representative of the 13th Congressional District, Congressman Adriano Espaillat.
Thank you. Thank you, Emmett. I hear if you come here every Saturday, the mayor is going to give you a Juan Soto contract. Thank you, Mayor. And thank you, Deputy Mayor Chauncey. Thank you, PAL. Chief, what's the chief? This guy does a good job up here. Stevenson. And everybody else. You know, this is a neighborhood where baseball's still king. You know, I watch some of the moms early Saturday morning take their kids to the baseball diamonds. You know, there's several leagues that have hundreds of kids that play baseball every summer. I myself have a tournament with the winners of all the leagues in the district. But this is this is some, if I had this, Mayor, when I was back in the days, God knows I still would have had my knees. But thank you to the coaches, right?
That's right.
There's nothing like a good coach
That's right.
that takes care not only of the sport, but takes care of our kids too. And of course, this is a great location. I am sure that the young people in the district will really benefit from this. I really came here because I heard the mayor is going to throw his slider. And to see one of the kids hit it out the park. And so this is a fun time, a great time for Washington Heights, for the children, the young people of Washington Heights, young boys and girls.
That's right.
I seen some of the girls play. Let me tell you, they bring it.
Yes.
And so this is good for everybody, and what a great facility. You know, I just can't wait to see the kids enjoy it. Thank you, Mayor, again. You promised this a long time ago, Chauncey, and it's here now for the benefit of the community. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Congressman. And I just want to acknowledge the presence of our other elected officials who joined us today. Robert Jackson is here with us, as well as Manny de los Santos. So let's give him a round of applause. And we're getting close to the end of our program, but I want to make sure that I thank everyone who's here today, from the coaches to the players to those who help those families and have the students engaged in sport activities. And thank you to everyone who's committed to making sure that our young people have a place to grow, learn, and work. Now, a jugar pelota. Let's play some ball. Thank you all.
You got to do well.
Could you